Hey babes, it's Tripl-L. Now let's quickly talk about the 7 Deadly Sins, chapter 207. Okay, so this chapter, it is a continuation of the fight that was going on in the last chapter. It is not as textless as that previous chapter, but this chapter just gave us, I guess, a good shot of Rudociel looking really worried. I mean, I feel pretty good seeing the Goddess clan suffering so much hit and Mons Biet being a general monster along with Derriere. It's really a fun thing just seeing what's going on. In terms of structure, or in terms of pages wasted, there were 2 pages that were pretty much just building up the bombacity of this particular fight. Right, there was that one page that showed a forest, and then all of a sudden it just exploded, and that was the entire 2 pages altogether. So, you know, the author is still taking quite a bit of time doing those kind of big shots just to show like we're dealing with a pretty big power scale here. Now, other things that the chapter was doing aside from the fight, we had Meliodas and Elizabeth reuniting, and Meliodas pretty much hurting himself to pull Elizabeth out. That was just a thing that we can take as the sign of how much Meliodas cares about Elizabeth. That shouldn't be a surprise to us. Meliodas can do anything as long as Elizabeth is on the other end. No, what I really enjoyed was Elizabeth getting away from Meliodas and going back up to Derriere. I went through 7 Deadly Sins recently, and I think it was chapter 188 where we had Derriere and current timeline Elizabeth meeting up, and Derriere was pretty mad at Elizabeth, and now we keep having these standoffs. And in 188 we had the same kind of Elizabeth Derriere standoff, and now we're having that standoff again. So it's nice to see that standoff just being reflected throughout the chapters, and now this is pretty much giving us the context to what Derriere was talking about back in chapter 188. Now I do wonder, is Elizabeth gonna die in this conflict? Is this gonna be what ultimately kills her? Is Meliodas gonna go crazy, and is that what makes, I guess, the 2 would-be 10 commandments make a choice? Did they have to side with the 10 commandments to stop Meliodas when he goes crazy because Elizabeth got killed? Man, I don't know. It's just right now we have a situation where the Indura are just totally wrecking face, and Elizabeth has gone back up to try and pacify them. I have no idea how that's gonna work, but man, I'm excited. There is something cool that happens also with Elizabeth. She does tell Rudociel to stand down, and it's just very authoritative. I do wonder if Elizabeth is one of the 4 archangels. We haven't gotten the official confirmation. Anyway, this can't end that easily. We know Gauther's still a thing, and we're just seeing that the Enduras are going really hardcore and wrecking face. You know, it's just, I want to see how complicated the situation is going to get. Elizabeth is off by herself. Meliodas is nowhere near her, and that kind of situation just means we are in a lot of trouble when it comes to someone potentially dying. Now I kind of just rushed through that, but that is largely the chapter. I mean, it's still fighting. When you have a fighting chapter like this, there's not much you can really talk about outside of, yeah, this was a really nice explosion happening here. There was a bit more dialogue in the fight itself, but it's still nothing too great. If anything, it characterizes Rudociel and just seeing that he is in a pretty bad situation. Like, he really needs some help because the Enduras are really powerful. Galen and Fraudrin giving us just a bit more background on the Enduras at the beginning of the chapter. But yeah, you know, I'm pretty excited to see where this goes. This is a really short video. Am I missing anything? No, I just read through the chapter again. It is just really a lot of explosions. Yeah, I don't know. Is that a good chapter? I mean, in a volume, this wouldn't be a problem because this would just be non-stop action, but yeah, it can be read in 2 minutes because, again, there's not much is happening here. Huh. Yeah, wow, okay. I really have nothing more to say. That's odd. Usually 7 Deadly Sins gives me more to say, but I think it's just a simple chapter overall. It's enjoyable still, though. I mean, like I said, action. There's a lot of action everywhere. So yeah, wow, okay, I have really nothing else to say. Let's end it there. Guys, let me know what you thought of this chapter. Let me know if you think something cool's going on. You know, I might just be tired. It's been a long day. I'm doing this like at 12 o'clock a.m. my time. Yeah, let's end it there. Thanks for watching. Let me know if I missed anything or if there's anything really interesting that you want to talk about in the comments down below. Till next time, I hope you have a great day.